Hi, my name is Patrick, and we're gonna do a ceviche today. So ceviche is our national flag dish. It's made with fish, always has to be a very fresh fish, and also we're gonna put some other ingredients as chilies. Here we have our ají limo chili that is very spicy and aromatic. It's kind of like an habanero chili if you want to prepare a ceviche back home in the States. We're gonna put also some cilantro. Here we have some cilantro too. Onions, chopped in like a julienne cut, very thin. And we're gonna do a preparation called leche de tigre. Okay, leche de tigre or tiger's milk will be the juice or the preparation that will marinate our fish for a little bit of time, just a little bit. It's not like other type of ceviches, like the Mexican one, that the fish rests a lot of time in the juice. Our ceviche doesn't, because here we have a lot of Japanese influence, so Japanese people taught us to respect the flavor of the fish, of the fresh fish, okay? The first ceviches were prepared by a pre-Inca culture called mochicas, and they use a fruit called tumbo, that is this one, okay? So the first fish they caught, because they were very good fishermen, they cut it in cubes and they marinated in a juice of a fruit called tumbo, okay? Tumbo is the cousin of the passion fruit, but contrary to passion fruit, this one is very sour, okay? Then the Incas had their own version of ceviche, and they used chicha de jora, that is a preparation made with fermented corn. They also had their own version, and when the Spanish came, they brought our limes. Our limes are like these, very small ones, and very, very sour, okay? And because of our plenty of microclimates, it grew very well in the north of Peru. If you want to prepare ceviche back home, you need to use the Mexican lime or the key lime. So, for this preparation, first we're going to do a leche de tigre that has these ingredients: celery, onions, it could be also white onions or red onions, some ginger, garlic, okay, lime juice, some fish stock and pieces of raw fish, a little bit of ice, plenty of salt. Ají limo, that is our very typical chili for preparing ceviche, is very aromatic and spicy, and some cilantro stems. As a garnish for a ceviche, in the sides we're going to put some canchita, that is a type of fried corn, very crunchy. We have over here choclo, that is our very tender corn, very mild in flavor, and also sweet potato. And now the first step to do the recipe is going to be preparing the leche de tigre. The first ingredients we're going to put in the blender for the leche tigre are going to be the vegetables. Okay, so here we have celery, we have some ginger, garlic, and white onions. Everything here is chopped like roughly. Okay, so we're going to open our blender and we're going to put our vegetables. Now we're going to put a lot of lime juice we have over here. It has to be always freshly squeezed, okay? I'm going to put it also in the blender. And now we're going to put some fish stock, okay? This fish stock is made just with the bones and water, like boiled 30 minutes. And inside we have pieces of fish, raw fish, okay, that are the pieces that usually we don't want in the ceviche as the end part of the tail of the fish or the part of the belly, okay? We will put everything too. Now we're gonna add some salt, okay? We need to add a generous amount of salt because we have put in this blender a lot of lime juice. So to balance the acidity, we need to put like 1, 2, 3 big scoops of salt. And also we will add some ice, maybe 3 cubes. Ice is important to maintain our preparation fresh and cool, okay? And also to reduce the acidity of the lime juice. So we will close our blender and we will start blending our ingredients. We will blend it just for like 30 seconds. Okay, at the end, we need 2 more ingredients. We will add a whole chili with the veins and the seed to give like a spiciness to our preparation. And over here we have some cilantro stems. We always use cilantro stems because they have much more flavor than the leaves and will not like paint our leche de tigre green. Now we close our blender and we're gonna do pulses of this blender, just 3 or 4 like this. And that's it. What we are going to do now is we're going to strain it over here. And then it's very important to save our leche de tigre in the fridge. Because remember that if you leave it outside, the lime juice can oxidize and will turn bitter. So gently we grab a spoon and we start straining our leche de tigre like this. At the end, don't forget to press the ingredients so everything, all the flavors pass through. And now we have our leche de tigre already done to prepare our ceviche. So here we have the fish for our ceviche. We are using flounder, okay? But you can use also sea bass or amberjack or maybe a grouper, for example, but it always has to be fresh. And how do you recognize a fresh fish? You have to always first look at it. It has to be pink in color and very bright. Then you need to touch it, and it has to be firm in touch. And also you need to smell it, okay? It doesn't have to have like a strong smell or a fishy smell. It doesn't have to smell like anything, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut it. To cut our fish, we need always a very sharp knife, like this one. And I will show you the technique how to cut it, okay? So we put our fish in our board, and first we cut it in half, like this. Remember not to press, okay, our fish. We need to do like a clean cut like this. And we're gonna cut it in cubes. So first of all, we cut it like longwise like this, and then we will cut it in small cubes, doing a clean cut so we don't damage our fish. Okay, we don't want to put it here in this bowl. And we do the same with the other one. Okay, first maybe we cut it in half like this, and then longwise. Always doing a clean cut. Turn around, and we cut it in cubes. And this is the last one. And we do the same size of cubes. And now we're going to prepare our ceviche. Okay, the first ingredient we're going to add in our ceviche is going to be salt, okay? Here we need to add like 2 pinches of salt. And we need to mix it always. The salt helps us to open the pores of the fish, and we let the other like flavors to get in. The next ingredient will be ají limo or limo chili cut in brunoise. Small amounts if you don't like too much spiciness, and a lot if you like really spicy. Okay? So we put our chilies, we mix it again. This will give an aromatic taste to our ceviche and give that kickness we want, the spicy kickness we want. Then we're gonna add some cilantro. Here we add just a little bit, not too much cilantro, okay? We also mix it again. Cilantro will also aromatize our fish. We add some onions. Here we have onions cut very thin, okay, julienne cut. We're adding our onions. Always remember to wash the onions so we take out that strong flavor. We mix that again. Here we have a little bit of lime juice. This lime juice will help controlling the acidity of our ceviche, and we'll start like curing our fish. And at the end, we're gonna add our leche de tigre, our preparation that was in the fridge, very cold, and we add more or less this amount. And we start mixing over here. So you will see that our fish start turning to a white color because the lime juice starts like cooking our fish. But remember that our Peruvian ceviche will not rest in our lime juice for too much time because we want to respect the freshness of our fish. Okay? And always before plating it, we need to try it. Okay? Remember always to try your food before plating it. So this needs a little bit more salt. And we're ready to set to plate. Okay? So in this dish, we're gonna plate our ceviche. We're gonna put some in the middle. First the fish, okay? So we put our fish in the middle, okay? Maybe a little bit more of the onions on top. We will put our garnishes. Here we have some canchita, our fried corn that will give like a crunchy texture to our ceviche. Some choclo, our corn with the big kernels. Very tender in flavor, not so sweet, okay? And also a little bit of the sweet potato that will balance the acidity and also the spiciness of our ceviche. Last but not least, we will pour our leche de tigre on top of all of our preparation, like this. And now we have our national flag dish, our Peruvian ceviche, very fresh and delicious.
Ponle punche y ganamos todos Perú.
Gobierno del Perú.